All right, so today we are going to be talking about dividing inequalities. So you may remember this from yesterday, and I'm just going to touch on it again. All right, if you multiply or divide each side of an inequality by a negative number, you have to reverse the inequality sign. We're really going to talk about that today. So I just want to demonstrate what happens when we divide each side of an inequality by a specific number. Okay, so we have 6 divided by 3, and we have 12 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this would obviously be the larger one. Now, if we start going down and we do, okay, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay, we still have this side is larger. All right. 6 divided by 1 is 6, and 12 divided by 1 is 12. Still going down, okay? Our signs, if you have not noticed, if we start with 6 is less than 12, we still have, our sign has still been consistent, if you notice, okay? Now, if we keep going down, when we start getting into the negative numbers, now we have 6 divided by negative 1 and 12 divided by negative 1. Well, 12 divided by negative 1 is negative 12, and 6 divided by negative 1 is negative 6. Well, all of a sudden here, now we have this side is bigger because negative 6 is larger or greater than negative 12 because it's less negative. All right, and it keeps going down, and because 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3, 12 divided by negative 2 is um, negative 6. So we just, as you can see, the signs do switch. So this is the reasoning behind why, while we're solving inequalities with and dividing by negative numbers, why all of a sudden we have a sign being switched. Okay, so we're just going to go through and do some examples here. So we have t divided by negative 4 is greater than or equal to 7. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 4, just like we normally would with any inequality. Okay, so those would cross out. We're left with t. Now, because we multiplied by a negative number, we need to then switch the sign. So then 7 times negative 4 is negative 28. All right. All right, so we're going to do a couple more examples with the same idea, okay? All right, we saw this example yesterday, so I'm not going to go into it any further than that. All right, so I'm going to just go through and come up with a different example, and we will solve that one, just so you have a full understanding. So we're not going to worry about this problem. But if we have, let's say, x divided by negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 2. All right. Now, same thing with multiplying as dividing. If the negative number is with the variable, then we do need to switch the sign. So we're going to multiply each side by negative 5, negative 5. Those get crossed out, and we're left with x. And negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. So now my sign is going to switch from a less than or equal to a greater than or equal to. And then we would graph it with a closed circle, and our arrow would go that way. Okay? All right, so tomorrow we're going to be working a lot more with those negative multiplying and dividing by those negative numbers, so you get used to the sign switching. Now remember, if we have a positive number, um, you do not have to switch the sides. So for instance, in this example, we have x divided by positive 5. I'm multiplying both sides by 5 to get the x alone, and my sign does not change, okay? All right. Uh, I hope you are getting a better understanding of how to work with these negative numbers and these inequalities, and come to class tomorrow with any questions.